Okay, this really is no big deal at all. Well, it's just a video for YouTube, and for me, because I've always wanted to make films, and I'm quite fascinated with documentaries and equally fascinated with tattoos. You have lots of tattoos.
Especially for my age, I've been told.
How old are you?
I'm 20.
Is that all? Okay.
Yeah.
Don't look a day over 19.
Oh, well, I have only just turned 20, so in September.
Right.
Yeah.
Brand new 20-year-old.
I am.
Okay.
I've finally gone past the teen bits of my life, sort of.
Yeah. You can't blame anything on teenage angst now.
No, it's not fair.
That's no big deal. But anyway, you work here in
Being a spot.
in Deal.
Yeah.
How long have you been here?
I've been here for coming up to 16 months.
Okay. And what is it that draws you to tattooing?
Ever since I was young, I noticed people who were different, like alternative-wise, as in the way they looked, and I found it really interesting. And I knew straight away that that's how I wanted to be. I've always been noticed to dress differently and act differently, and I guess it feels more comfortable being in that social like group. And also the fact that I'm a really big fan of art, so that's been the biggest part of my life since I was younger, and I knew that this was going to be my dream job. I just had to work hard to get to it.
Cool. So, the questions that I've been asking everybody with tattoos, 2 questions. Let me just, I'll just ask both questions before you begin to answer them. Basically, starting with your first tattoo, is there any given reason why you have that particular image? And number 2, is there any reason why that image appears in the position on your body that it appears?
The first tattoo is actually on my back. I got it a week after I turned 18. And it's I'll explain it because I'm also wearing a dress, I can't really show you.
Okay.
It's basically a blacked out horse head with a mohawk and a phoenix body holding a timer and a stopwatch. And it's basically really symbolic to me because it actually reminds me of because it's set at 11 o'clock. It's a very important time that something happened to me in my past. But also the actual horse head represents like wisdom, and also I'm a dark horse. I'm not as innocent as most people say I am. The mohawk, because I love punk culture. I love all like the punk past and everything, and being against like politics and stuff like that, and being a rebel, basically standing up for yourself. And the phoenix is basically it's basically to represent being free and everything. So yeah, I'm trying my best to put meanings behind the tattoos, so it's more of a story to carry around on your skin.
Something to talk about.
Yeah.
Okay, you've got lots of tattoos. What came next?
The one came next was this skull. I knew I wanted a skull, and it says broken underneath because I've had quite a messed up childhood, but I wanted to sort of like put it into a little ball and keep it in one area. So I made the skull, and it's just basically a classic thing in tattooing, the skulls. I just like them.
Okay. What came next?
Then I started
doing your sleeve.
Here, started doing my sleeve, yeah.
Well, you did it yourself?
I started doing some on myself, yeah. The best way to learn is to tattoo yourself on your own arm. The first bit I actually did was the Lego man, and I was shitting myself when I was doing it. But I actually had to sit with it stretched like that and actually work myself doing it to learn how deep to go in that. You can see certain parts of the lines are wonky and it's scarred, and it means more to me that it has like those little imperfections, so you can see how much I'm growing into the actual business. So, but obviously other bits I haven't done because I can't reach around there and do that.
It's all to do with your childhood?
Yes, it is. And all the toys I used to play. This is like my innocent arm, my childhood.
So the other arm's going to be less innocent, is it?
Yes. It's going to be all my dark side and all my art things. I want like art pieces by Francis Bacon and Geiger, and because they're like my biggest influences.
So you like aliens as well then?
Yeah.
Cool.
I do love aliens.
Right. So you went to computer games.
I am.
And you
Classic computer games, not
like Game Boy, Nintendo,
Yes.
Super Nintendo,
Yes.
and an old school retro cassette there as well.
Yeah.
A teddy bear that looks like it's a bit drunk.
Yeah, Etro Sketch. Got my PlayStation.
Ah, PlayStation, yeah.
Got my crayons. Yeah.
There's a big bit of black here. Is this because it was covering something else up?
No. Basically what I wanted to do was to create like a negative effect.
Right.
And also I like quite thrashy kind of deathcore art pieces.
Right.
So I wanted it
Like this behind you?
Yeah, like my painting behind me. I love big bold black pieces to neaten everything up and make everything look bold around it. So
Right.
but this arm is going to be more detailed, it's going to be more flowy, it's going to be pretty, but I'm not really into colour. I love my black and grey.
But you have got red hair.
I have.
And red boots.
I have.
So you're not adverse to colour, really. In fact, I think
tattoo-wise, yeah.
red is quite a special colour for you, isn't it? Because there's a lot of red in this painting as well.
Yes, it is quite a special colour. It works well black, just like green and blues work.
That's a sort of punky, gothy thing, isn't it? Red and black.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So, okay. Maybe you don't want to show this off too much, but I know, kind of help notice that you have got quite a substantial tattoo on your chest.
Yeah.
So, is it like to tell us anything about that at all?
Basically, I like the whole poetry of the magpies. You know how one magpie means joy.
Okay.
Like sorrow and all that.
Yeah.
And two means joy. So
Yeah.
I got two magpies done.
Okay.
I got a heart done with a compass. And it basically symbolises I try to follow joy throughout my life.
Right.
With my heart. And I've got it done so it's like a necklace that goes around
I noticed that, yeah.
my neck.
Yeah.
So I wanted it so it's got a lot of meaning to me. But yeah. I'm not religious or anything like that. I just like little quirky things that mean things to me, so
Cool. Well, I think it looks amazing.
thank you.
You've gone as far as to get some words on your fingers, and one is your favourite band.
Both of my favourite bands.
Okay, I haven't heard of Sode.
It's an anagram of System of a Down.
Oh, right, of course. Fantastic band, fantastic.
Yeah.
And in fact, Korn, I think.
And I've got little Nirvana.
And the teddy bear is kind of Nirvana-esque as well, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. I'm a
Okay.
massive grunge fan.
Cool.
I love all grunge music. I wish I was born a bit earlier to be part of the grunge scene in the early 90s.
Well, you've got the hair for it.
I was born in the middle,
Yeah.
92.
I was born in '78, and yeah, I didn't initially like Nirvana, but then I got into them later.
They are kind of one of those bands that, unless you're really into that style, they sort of grow on you a bit, and there'll always be one that sticks out a little something.
It's all about Nevermind, though, isn't it? In Utero was all right, but I think Nevermind is the one, isn't it? But that's deviating from tattoos. Is there anything else? There's no other tattoos you can show us, is there?
No.
Okay. Is there anything else that you think would be valid that you could say about tattoos?
I think mainly that I don't like the fact that people judge you straight away when they look at you. I get discriminated a lot, especially because I'm young and I have quite a lot of tattoos. For example, just the other day, an elderly lady sat in front of me on the bus, turned around, took one look at me, and then got up and moved to the other side of the bus. And that they get quite freaked out when you help them out in the street. Like a guy outside the shop, his wheelchair got stuck on the curb, and I ran out and helped him up. He was like, he couldn't believe it. He was in shock. He didn't think I'd do something like that. But you know, people judge you on the way you look. It's a bit, yeah, it's not fair. Because I'm a nice person. I try to be nice.
But I think, to a certain degree, maybe it's fair to say that a lot of people with tattoos, they sort of want to put it in people's faces a little bit, don't they?
Yeah, you want to try and stand out, and you want to.
You like the idea of being different.
I do. I don't like the idea of people thinking that I'm doing it to get attention, though. I don't like that.
But you're expressing your individuality. That's the way I see it.
Yeah, like I said to people before, I used to never show my arms off or anything. I used to wear big baggy jumpers all the time, and I feel much more confident in myself now.
There's a lot of people that have tattoos that are deliberately able to be covered up with t-shirts, and there's a lot of people that would never have anything on their hands.
Yeah.
But you've gone that little bit further.
I have.
And so now you've really made a commitment to tattoos, haven't you?
Yes. Well, I knew straight away from when I was about 16 that I really wanted to be completely covered in tattoos, and my views on tattoos have completely changed in those few years so much, especially the fact that I'm actually trained to be a tattooist. The way I look at people, because also the fact that I've been doing artwork since I was like 12, 13, doing commissioned work. I always try and do something for me, like it's special to me. So when someone comes in and asks for a tattoo, I try and make them realise that they're going to have that on their skin forever, and it has to mean something, not just get a star for the fuck of it. Because that really winds me up. When people come in and they'll just look at the wall and they'll pick something straight away and come up, and it's their decision in the end, but it sort of makes me a bit angry because, you've got to think about it, really.
That is exactly my point. I completely agree with you. And that is half the reason I wanted to start doing this.
Yeah.
Because I don't see any point in just getting tattooed for the hell of it. The reason I haven't got any tattoos yet is because I've yet to decide on what would be really important to me.
Oh, I've got loads of friends like that who...
But I have decided that I do want to get a tattoo, but I'm not going to just do it for the hell of it.
Oh, yeah. That's the best way to think about it as well. Because I find that, especially when I go out, that I'll get someone go, oh, they look really cool, they're really cool, all this stuff, and they go crazy about it, and they go, oh, show me your arm, and they try and pull my arm off or something. And then you get other people that come up to me and go, why have you done that to yourself? You're going to regret them when you get older. Oh, no. And they give me all the negatives, and I'm like, no matter how much I stand up for myself and try and say to them, in the end I've done it now and it's my body, they still nag and nag and nag. And I almost view it as a kind of racism in some way.
Discrimination.
It's a skin colour. You're changing your skin colour. It's like, it's not fair, really.
You're absolutely right. Shazza, thank you very much indeed. It's been a pleasure. I think you look beautiful.
Thank you.